how much do you really know about the Great Lakes? With so much information out there, it can be hard to tell what's true and what's not. That's why I met up with Dave Dempsey, an environmental writer and author of the new book, Great Lakes, Fact or Fake. Dave, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me. I'm looking forward to the conversation.
Dave, can you tell us a little about the new book and what inspired you to write it?
Yes, this book is, I think, so different from my other Great Lakes books. I've written a few about policy and the history of the Great Lakes. This one is much more, I think, accessible and more fun for the reader. It's a series of 41 statements about the Great Lakes, and you have to decide whether they're fact or fake. And then you find out if you guessed right or if you knew the right answer. And I think it's gotten a good response because people are interested more now in shorter things and more fun things than just reading a scholarly tome about the Great Lakes.
With a book that's all about fact-checking and determining true from false, what kind of research and work goes into just finding all that fact-checking?
It does take a lot of work. You have to be very clear and careful because there are always readers out there that are going to try to pick apart your accuracy if you don't have it. So I did a lot of digging in everything from online libraries to real libraries to interviewing people and talking to authorities about everything, fisheries to the sea lamprey to water quality issues. It does take a little bit of work, but it was fun doing it because I learned more than I had known before.
What surprised you most when you were researching and writing this book?
Well, in the first place, I'm not too surprised because I've been working on Great Lakes stuff for a long time, but there always are some new facts that you can find out about the Great Lakes. I guess in this case, the sheer volume of the lake surprised me. There's enough water in the Great Lakes to satisfy the water needs of everybody on Earth for about 4,000 years. So that's kind of a measure of the significance of the resource. There's a lot of other things that are in the book that I think will surprise readers.
Dave, we have some trivia from your book so that our viewers at home can test their Great Lakes knowledge. Shall we jump into those?
Let's do that. Sounds like fun.
Fact or fake? The Great Lakes harbor a fish larger than some adult men or women, a species that also outlives many human beings.
That's a fact. We have found lake sturgeon in the Great Lakes, even on the Detroit River, that are longer or taller, I guess you could say, than a man or a woman. They're up to 7 feet long. They live over, in some cases, over 100 years, and they're starting to come back in the Great Lakes, but they're still only about 1% of their historic abundance.
Fact or fake? A drop of water flowing from Lake Superior reaches the Atlantic Ocean in a little more than a year.
That is fake because it actually takes over 2 centuries for a drop of water in Lake Superior to reach the sea. Lake Superior alone is big enough that it takes 170 some years for a drop of water just to get out of the lake. So it's a huge length of time and much longer than I think most people realize.
Fact or fake? Lake Superior holds more water than any other lake in the world.
No, it's fake. And Lake Superior is the largest lake in the world by surface area, but it's not the largest lake by volume. Lake Baikal in Russia is larger, but it's also narrower because it's more a deeper lake. So Lake Superior is if you look across it, is the biggest lake in the world, but if you dive down deep, it's not.
Dave, what do you hope people take away from the book?
I hope they take away the fact that the Great Lakes are endlessly interesting and obviously large in scale, but more than that, they are fascinating and complex ecosystems that are the home for over 40 million people in the U.S. and Canada.
And if people want to learn more or find the book, where can they go?
They can get it from my website, from Amazon or from local bookstores, and I'd be glad to interact directly with any readers that have questions, too.
Dave, thank you so much for joining us and for talking with us about your book.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
How did you do on the quiz? Let us know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out the Great Lakes Now YouTube channel for even more news from around the lakes.